Beloved child of God, there is a reason your journey has never looked ordinary. You were marked from birth, before your heartbeat found rhythm, before your purpose took shape, before your name was spoken by human lips. Heaven had already claimed you. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Jeremiah 1:5. You were seen before you were visible. You were chosen before you were capable. You were appointed before you were aware. The battles that began early in your life were never random. They were indicators of destiny. Hell recognized the mark on you long before you recognized the God inside you. The enemy fought you early because he saw what you would become later. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Isaiah 54:17. Weapons formed because you were chosen. They didn't prosper because you were protected. Beloved, the mark on your life is a divine seal, a spiritual identity that cannot be erased by trauma, mistakes, betrayal, or fear. Even in your lowest moments, God whispered, "You are mine. I have called you by name. You are mine." Isaiah 43:1. This mark is the reason you outgrew environments that tried to contain you. It's the reason people misread you, feared you, or could not keep you. It's the reason you felt different, even when you tried to blend in. You were never meant to fit in. You were meant to fulfill. Beloved, your survival was not accidental. Your resilience was not natural. Your wisdom is not learned. It is inherited. Heaven deposited something in you that life could not steal. The gifts and calling of God are irrevocable. Romans 11:29. This is your awakening, to finally understand that you were not simply born, you were assigned, sent with purpose, sent with protection, sent with a destiny that has been echoing since the day you arrived. Beloved, you were marked from birth, and now heaven is calling you to rise into the fullness of that mark. Chapter 1. The Evidence of the Mark. Beloved child of God, when God marks a life, the evidence begins early. Even as a child, something in you was different. Your sensitivity, your awareness, your depth of perception. You felt things others ignored. You carried weight others couldn't explain. This was not strangeness, it was spiritual distinction. You are set apart for the Lord. Deuteronomy 14:2. The first evidence of the mark is divine resistance. Doors that were wrong for you never opened. People who could have destroyed you never stayed. Environments that were beneath you never held you. God protected your destiny even when you didn't know you had one. He will guard the feet of his faithful ones. 1 Samuel 2:9. The second evidence is unusual warfare. You faced battles others never faced. Attacks that made no sense. Storms that came without warning. Not because you were weak, but because you were dangerous to darkness. Hell does not attack the ordinary. It attacks the anointed. The enemy comes only to steal, kill, and destroy. John 10:10. He came for you because heaven crowned you. The third evidence is unexplainable survival. You survived moments that should have destroyed you, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. You walked through fires that should have left you burn, yet here you stand, refined, not ruined. When you walk through the fire, you shall not be burned. Isaiah 43:2. The fourth evidence is internal pull, that quiet knowing that you were meant for more. Even when life tried to shrink you, something inside refused to settle. You felt destiny tugging at your soul, urging you to rise, to break cycles, to become what God designed. Deep calls unto deep. Psalm 42:7. Beloved, this is the truth. You did not choose God first. He chose you. You did not choose me, but I chose you. and appointed you. John 15:16. From birth, heaven placed a seal on your life, and everything you've lived through, every battle, every breakthrough, every moment of clarity, has been revealing the evidence of that mark. You are not awakening into purpose. You are awakening to the purpose that has always been yours. To Chapter 2. Why the attacks began early. Beloved child of God, the battles that targeted you in childhood were not coincidences. They were confirmations. The enemy saw your mark before you ever understood your identity. Spiritual warfare does not begin when you become strong. It begins when you become significant. From birth, the wicked go astray. Psalm 58:3. But from birth, the chosen are seen. The attacks began early because the enemy recognized that you were a threat before you recognized you were chosen. You carried a light that irritated darkness. You carried a calling that intimidated hell. You carried potential that terrified every demonic assignment sent to stop you. The enemy's strategy has always been timing. If he couldn't destroy your destiny, he aimed to damage your self-perception. If he couldn't kill your calling, he tried to crush your confidence. If he couldn't stop your purpose, he tried to wound the child who would one day walk in it. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you, and I appointed you. Jeremiah 1:5. Appointment attracts attack. Calling attracts confrontation. The enemy attacked your identity early, so you would doubt your assignment later. He attacked your mind early, so you would fear your own potential. He attacked your heart early, so you would distrust love, even God's love. But beloved, what the enemy meant to break you only built you. The proof that his attempts failed is simple. You're still here, not shattered, sharpened, not destroyed, developed, not lost, led. We are hard-pressed on every side, but not crushed. 2 Corinthians 4:8. Every early battle prepared you for spiritual authority. Every wound taught you discernment. Every setback awakened endurance. What the enemy used against you became training for the warrior God was forming within you. Hear this truth, beloved. Hell fought you early because heaven planned to elevate you greatly. The intensity of your warfare was a prophecy of your future. The enemy saw what you were destined to become, and he panicked. But God preserved you. God covered you. God carried you. And now the very attacks meant to destroy you will testify of the anointing that has always marked you. Beloved, the attacks began early for one reason. Your destiny began even earlier. Chapter 3. Protected by Purpose. Beloved child of God, when God marks a life with destiny, he surrounds that life with purpose-built protection. You were not simply kept alive, you were kept on assignment. Even in moments where danger was close and you felt vulnerable, heaven was not shaken. God had already secured your story. The Lord will fulfill his purpose for me. Psalm 138, verse 8. You were protected not because you were perfect, but because you were purposed. Every time the enemy formed a plan against you, purpose interrupted it. Every trap collapsed before it could capture you. Every attack lost its force before it reached you. Destiny acted as your shield. This is why certain relationships fell apart before they ruined you. Why certain opportunities closed before they corrupted you. Why certain people walked away before they wounded you deeper. What the enemy meant for evil, God used for good. Genesis 50:20. Purpose has been your invisible armor. Even when you wandered, purpose followed. Even when you felt lost, purpose led. Even when you made choices that could have destroyed you, purpose stepped in like a barrier between you and disaster. He shall give his angels charge over you. Psalm 91:11. Beloved, you survived things people never knew about. Car accidents, emotional collapses, spiritual battles, mental storms, heartbreaks, betrayals. The world saw your strength, but heaven knew it was God's covering. The enemy wanted access, but he never had permission. He could test you, he could tempt you, but he could not take you, because you were wrapped in purpose. No one can snatch them out of my hand. John 10:28. And here is the mystery. Purpose doesn't just protect your life, it protects your future. It kept you from paths that would have drained you. It blocked environments that were beneath your calling. It shielded your gifts until the appointed season. Beloved, your purpose has always been greater than your pain, greater than your enemy, greater than your past. If you are alive today, it is proof that purpose has prevailed. Your story is not sustained by luck, it is sustained by divine intention. And now that you are awakening to the truth, you will see clearly. You were not only marked from birth, you were protected for destiny. Chapter 4. The Weight of Being Chosen. Beloved child of God, being chosen is not just an honor, it is a weight, a sacred responsibility that rests on the soul, long before the mind understands it. Many admire the calling, but few understand the cost. To be chosen means to be shaped, stretched, refined, and separated. For many are called, but few are chosen. Matthew 22:14. The chosen walk a road others never see. You feel deeper, you endure heavier, you battle things silently that would overwhelm others loudly, not because God is punishing you, but because He is preparing you. Those He foreknew, He also predestined. Romans 8:29. The weight of being chosen shows up as misunderstanding. People often misjudge you because they cannot discern what God placed within you. They see your outer life, but heaven sees your inner assignment. You outgrow circles, conversations, and systems, not out of pride, but out of purpose. The weight also shows up as isolation. God separates His chosen ones to sharpen their discernment. What feels like loneliness is often divine positioning. Come out from among them and be separate. 2 Corinthians 6:17. Then comes the weight of pressure, the kind that pushes you into prayer, that forces you into growth, that matures your spirit. God develops His chosen with intentional intensity. Diamonds are formed the same way. Beloved, being chosen is heavy because the mantle you carry is holy. Heaven trusts you with assignments others cannot handle. You were built for deeper battles, higher callings, and greater spiritual authority. To whom much is given, much will be required. Luke 12:48. But hear this truth. The weight on you is not meant to break you. It is meant to reveal you. Reveal your strength. Reveal your anointing. Reveal the mark of God that has always rested on your life. Beloved, you carry the weight of the chosen because you carry the purpose of the chosen. This is not a burden. It is proof. Beloved, you are marked from birth. Before the world knew you, God knew you. Before fear, failure, or betrayal, your purpose was secured. Declare this truth over your life. I am chosen. I am sealed. I am protected. I am marked for destiny, appointed for purpose, and covered by heaven. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. No assignment of darkness can stop me. I rise in the authority God placed on my life. I walk in clarity, courage, and supernatural favor. I am not defined by pain, fear, or limitation. I am defined by God's mark. Beloved, your destiny is unshakable. Your purpose is unstoppable. Your life is proof. You were marked from birth, and now you are awakening into all God prepared for you.